I just heard a very inspiring story about someone very important, like someone I consider as like, you know, a great human being. And in that story, what I took was a story about elevating people. People who, in the eyes of society, may not be of higher value, of higher importance. Well, that's what it seems like, but there's two sides to life. There's the what we see, and there's the part where we do not see. That is the spiritual world that is governed, on different criterias as the criterias that human beings have set. And sometimes someone who seems of a lesser value may actually be, in the grand scheme of things, someone who is of the highest value, or a higher value than a person who we may deem as is of lesser value. You get me? That's why when you elevate people, especially like those who are, somehow have been labeled in some way, like, are bad people, or of no significance, or of people who may not meet the standards that society has set, but in the spiritual realm, they might actually be VIPs. And imagine if a person actually elevates such human beings, and that person would actually be elevated in the spiritual realm, and in this realm, in this like worldly realm that we see as well. So, that's why being kind and elevating people is good. Of course, we don't do it perfect all the time. We have our own weaknesses and our shortcomings as human beings. But yeah, that is sometimes what we forget, and is actually one of the basic principles of life. When you elevate people, you get elevated. When you degrade people, you get degraded. So let's not forget and try to elevate people. Of course, we should not we should not burden ourselves with more than we can carry, because that is not good. First, we have to love ourselves and also love others. But at the same time, if we have the ability to do it, let's do it, because ultimately it will be in our own benefit. Peace.